The Meghan Markle situation has been getting out of control, not just over at Netflix but also at other studios, ever since she posted that viral pregnancy video that really backfired. Not only did it damage whatever was left of her image, but it also triggered a media earthquake that Meghan Markle never saw coming. Netflix has reportedly terminated the remaining portions of her headline-making $100 million deal, and the Duchess of Delusion is said to be livid. After months of underperformance, public backlash, and failing to deliver on promised content, the streaming giant has allegedly decided that enough is enough. What was once hailed as a royal Hollywood comeback has now turned into a global humiliation. Meghan Markle is desperately clinging to whatever opportunity arises to stay in the limelight as a so-called actress and to remain in the spotlight. But now, it's all unraveling. Just when things couldn't get worse, Piers Morgan, Meghan's longtime critic, has finally broken his silence with brutal precision, calling the collapse inevitable and branding Meghan a media manipulator who ran out of storylines. This isn't speculation. This is a royal meltdown in real time. According to industry insiders and anonymous executive leaks, Netflix has terminated its development pipeline with Meghan and Harry's Archewell Productions. While Netflix has remained officially silent, those in the know are saying the message is crystal clear. The Duchess of Sussex talks publicly for the very first time about her father and her half-sister, Samantha Markle. She tells Oprah how she felt when she found out her dad was working with the tabloids. The streaming giant has lost faith. Meghan and Harry had signed on to deliver impactful stories, original docuseries, and even children's content. But after a fleshy start with their Harry and Meghan documentary, there's been little else, just empty promises and delayed pitches. What began as Hollywood's bold royal experiment has now quietly ended in executive boardrooms, with producers reportedly labeling the couple as unreliable content creators. The silence from Netflix was loud, and Meghan's alleged response even louder. Reports from Montecito insiders say Meghan was stunned and raging. Many studios are beginning to find her very repulsive, not just in the public eye, but also within Netflix. What's interesting is the entire Meghan Markle firing situation and exactly what's going on there. Ever since the viral video post exploded across social media, the damage has been mounting. When Meghan learned the deal was done, staffers close to the Duchess reportedly described her as combative, furious, and blaming everyone but herself. Meghan allegedly believed she had a long-term creative partnership in place, one that would protect her brand and secure her media relevance for years to come. My baby mama dance. I mean, stop it. First of all, can I just tell you the timing of that? We maybe watched it like 20 times yesterday and I was like, is that her? Oh my god. Prince Harry there with the fingers and the... Okay. Yeah. Okay. But it turns out Hollywood doesn't run on fairy tales. It runs on performance. And Meghan's didn't deliver. Let's be brutally honest. Netflix didn't just cut a check for fame. They expected content. Meghan and Harry had pitched a lineup of projects including inspirational documentaries, a children's series called Pearl, and even a socially conscious cooking show. But outside of the 2022 docuseries and Heart of Invictus, nothing else made it past development. Meghan's team reportedly stalled, repackaged ideas, and overpromised deliverables. In the words of one senior Netflix analyst, you can only hide behind the royal title for so long. Eventually, she hikes her dress, circles her genitals, an hour-long cab ride, never seen his grandchildren. This show is packed with spurious claims and hypocrisy that will become the Sussex signature. We learned they began making videos about the heroic journey. The pitch deck needs to become a show. No Meghan scandal is complete without Piers Morgan, and this time, he's not pulling punches. On his latest Talk TV episode, Piers called the Netflix fallout a spectacular failure that anyone could have predicted. He said, Meghan thought her crown would keep the checks coming, but this is Hollywood, not Buckingham Palace. With a smirk, he added, She wanted to be the next Oprah. She's become the next cautionary tale. It's not just a personal dig, it's a reflection of public sentiment. Even critics who once gave Meghan the benefit of the doubt now see the Netflix collapse as a sign of deeper issues: arrogance, overreach, and chronic underperformance. Across social media, the reaction was swift and ruthless. Everybody says she's a bully. She's very nasty. Not only is she incredibly controlling, but she's, by the end of every episode it says starring Meghan coming out, but she bullied people in a very unpleasant way. Over here, Harry and Meghan are the problem. Hashtags like #MeghanNetflixFlop and #cancelled by Netflix trended globally. Comment sections filled with brutal commentary. She had every opportunity and still failed, one user wrote. Another asked, what happened to all those groundbreaking stories she promised? Even longtime supporters are turning quiet, with fan pages noticeably silent or deleting posts praising her Netflix journey. This is no longer just a business deal gone sour. It's a public image crisis. Meghan's credibility is at its lowest. You're making fruit parfait, crudité boards, like boom. She is Harry Sussex. I have no idea. And no, Meghan, no one knew that. Like, why are you allowed to? If you excuse the massive book deals, the Silicon Valley startups, the preaching videos about well-being, the podcast, the speech points, since the Oprah interview backlash, it's unclear if even her PR machine can salvage the wreckage. But this is just the beginning. In the next segment, we'll explore what this means for Archewell's future, Meghan's collapsing brand empire, and the quiet satisfaction reportedly spreading through the royal family in London. With Netflix allegedly pulling out and Spotify already gone, Meghan's media empire, Archewell Productions, is now being described by insiders as a hollow brand. Launched with lofty promises of uplifting content and bold storytelling, Archewell has delivered just a few scattered projects in 3 years. Now see, King Charles. Do this because I don't think he likes the fact that he's been accused of racism towards his grandchildren, wanting to exploit their royal titles. I think it stinks. And I think what King Charles should do, he should just strip them. Doesn't it make more sense to hear our story from us? Without any major partner backing her, the Duchess is scrambling to keep her brand from collapse. Reports claim staff turnover is high, morale is low, and donors have gone silent. One entertainment analyst said bluntly, without Netflix, Archewell has no pipeline, no platform, and no power. While Meghan fumes over the fallout, legal experts are quietly warning that there may be more trouble ahead. If Archewell failed to deliver on content promised in its Netflix contract, the streaming giant could invoke penalty clauses. According to one Los Angeles entertainment attorney, Netflix likely had provisions for unmet obligations if deadlines were missed or deliverables failed to materialize. Other than a latte-munching imbecile, I don't know about you, but I grew up with South Park and nothing in their sites has ever been sacred. They do have this perfectly irreverent way of reading the room. This week, they've taken a swipe at Harry and Meghan, and it's gone, never came. They are within their rights to pull out and potentially pursue recovery of funds. It's the kind of behind-the-scenes drama that could turn Meghan's PR disaster into a full-blown legal one. Netflix isn't Meghan's first failed venture. Her Spotify podcast deal, once touted as a flagship partnership, was abruptly ended last year after just one season of Archetypes. Meghan blamed creative differences, but insiders said the content was rushed, repetitive, and unoriginal. A children's animated show, Pearl, was cancelled in early development. Penguin Random House is reportedly disappointed with Harry's memoir fallout and slow follow-up. In Hollywood, patterns matter, and Meghan's pattern is now being described as all headline, no hustle. As Meghan's Hollywood fairy tale crumbles, the royal family has chosen silence. But insiders say they are not shedding tears. A former palace staffer told the Daily Mail, they always knew the glitz wouldn't last. The monarchy plays the long game. Meghan doesn't. Another insider reportedly said that King Charles and Prince William see this as vindication, that Meghan's narrative of being held back by the royals doesn't hold up when she fails on her own. There's even chatter that Meghan's collapse could indirectly improve public sentiment toward the working royals, those who serve without glamour, not those who serve themselves. The most devastating consequence of this Netflix blow isn't just the loss of money, it's the slow erasure of Meghan Markle from Hollywood relevance. PR agents are reportedly distancing themselves. Studio heads are not returning calls. Media outlets that once raced to book her now pass, saying the public is fatigued. One high-profile producer even said, "The Markle spark is gone." Without major backing, sustained content, or public goodwill, Meghan's star power is rapidly fading. What was once hailed as the next Oprah is now quietly becoming just another Hollywood cautionary tale, one with more headlines than achievements.